What is going on, Herd? Welcome to another Cover Lovers, and happy Monday to you all. This is a show that we get to talk about this week's incentives as well as store exclusives. So we're looking forward to sharing our thoughts. And with us today, we have a guest. Not only is Mike here with us, we have his son Dale with us. And of course, Jeff. How's it going, Dale? Mike?
We're great. We're great. Say hi.
Hi, Dale. Hi.
You doing okay, buddy?
Hi, Dale.
Did you have a good day?
Dale. Hi.
He's talking to himself.
That is fantastic. You're on the show, Dale.
You're on the show, buddy. Yeah. Did you have a good day?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell us all about it.
I got comic books and
You got comic books.
And
This is the perfect show for it.
You should be on the Mondo Mail call. One. What's her name? Is it Red Sonja?
Yeah.
Red Sonja. Very cool. Just like Dad. Good job. Give me 5. Atta boy.
Yes.
And there's my mom. What kind of thing? One kind of car, and it'll go one kind of car.
Yes, and I'm obviously great because I have this little man. So everything is good today.
I know, and like I said, that backstage, you guys are matching. He's going to show us your car. You going to show us your car, Dale?
Look.
Oh, there's the truck.
Nice, cool
I
pickup
love
truck.
it.
And we got matching hats because he wouldn't let me buy one and then not buy him one. So
Of course, come on, like father, like son. Come on.
and it matches all his Hot Wheels tracks, which you can
That's
plainly
right.
see
That's
behind
right.
us.
And Jeff, thank you for coming by, man. How are things going? Oh, Jeff, you're on mute, sir.
Damn it.
We can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Obviously, I was in a rush to get here. I hate SoCal traffic. So, yeah, that's the story today. And but yeah, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm sore in all places that I never knew existed on my body. So, yeah, but we are here for Cover Lovers, so I can't wait to talk about some interesting covers, some store exclusives, some incentives, and yeah, I can't wait. And I'm so glad that we have 4 people here today. I thought we were going to have 3, and
you can tell, like, Dale was super excited. Look at him. He's like, he cannot sit still.
You can't
He's
contain
super excited
yourself.
to be on the show.
Oh,
Look at that. He's like, I love you, Daddy. I love you.
Sir, with a kid like that, I don't think you can call yourself Charlie Brown.
I know.
Yeah, that's
I
a good
know.
point. That's a good point.
Yeah, look at that. Give Daddy a kiss. Give Daddy a kiss.
You have a kiss?
Oh, I love it.
Every time your dad says something negative, give him a hug.
All right. And as usual, before we get started, let's kick it off by giving a quick shout out to our Team Nerd Herd moderators, Uncle Rudy, Something Wong, Deanime, and Glenn 2K. Thank you guys for making the chat what it is, the channel what it is, and just for making things just better. You guys are great. Thank you so much for everything. And also quick shout out to our DJs. Eddie, Beats by Monza, thank you again for all the beats, man. Definitely appreciate it. Well, let's dive into the live chat really quick, and let's get her started. So look at who's first. Wong, thank you for stopping by. Definitely appreciate it. Also, Sticks, what is going on? Yes, how you doing? Inja, look at that.
Up, Sticks.
How are things going? My gosh, it's been a minute. Trish, how you doing, Trish? Thank you for
Trish.
stopping by.
Trish.
Yes, Trish.
Yeah, the Trish Forstner. She's here with us
Look.
in our chat.
That's right.
You know the one who draws all the cool dogs?
Yeah.
That's her.
Oh, look at that.
Yes,
One of those.
you do. I know.
I have red ones.
I love it. Oh my god. Yep, exactly, Sticks. Exactly. Oh, there we go. Look at that. All right, guys. So let's jump in to the incentives for this week. So here we go. Another one. Oh, and Dale, look at that. Trish gave you a shout out. She's like, hello.
Hello.
Oh, look at that. Love it. Love it. If you guys want to say hello to Dale, by all means, please go for it. Say hi. Ask him any questions you'd like. I mean, this is of course a family show, so just go for it. So here we go. Incentives.
It's not always a family show, but tonight it's going to be a family show.
All right, so we got Batman One Bad Day, Mr. Freeze. We got a 1 in 25 by Sweeney Boo, a 1 in 50 by Cully Hammer, and a 1 in 100 by Brian Boland. So, Jeff, what are your thoughts on these things? Which one would you choose?
Honestly, I actually think the Sweeney Boo is the better cover. It's just my preference, at least. I look, the Hammer would have looked okay if it wasn't for the paper mache Batman and Robin. They look like color form stickers or magnets. And the Brian Boland, it's okay, but the suit's kind of whatever. I'm not sure if I'm digging the lights, and it's just okay art. It's not something I would like write home about, but I really like the blue hue in Freeze's helmet on Sweeney Boo. I like the fact that he's looking at his wife. Like, you get this whole story, right? So I really like all of that too. But that's just my opinion. I don't think, and honestly, it's not that much better than the other two. It's just because there's not enough, honestly, to see. The wife I can't really see that well. But that's probably because of it's a choice. It was just a choice, like the lighting and everything.
Okay.
So Boo's my choice.
All right. What about you, Mr. formerly known as Charlie Brown?
Of course I want to like the Brian Boland because it's Brian Boland, but I really don't. It just doesn't feel Brian Boland to me like I want it to. Maybe the face does a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe it's the character design, but I really like the Sweeney Boo. I think it actually blows the other two characters away, or covers away. Pardon me. I think it's much better. Kind of feels like a Stephanie Hans cover in a lot of ways. Has sort of similar paint rendering, has similar flow to the girl. I don't know the story at all, so I don't know who the girl is. It's hard to tell who that's supposed to be.
That's his wife.
It's his wife.
Yeah, his wife. The reason why he turned to Mr. Freeze is because his wife had a disease and he preserved her. Yeah.
Okay, so she's in like a stasis tube or something like that, I guess,
yes.
Right? I don't know. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Pardon me for not knowing that. But still, I think it's beautiful. It's got really good flow to it. So the lines are really, I don't know, sort of ethereal. It's a really cool layout. I like sort of this, almost the split cover as a result of like the actual subject matter that's going on the cover. I actually think it's a really, really solid cover. And it feels like an incentive. The other two don't feel like incentives to me. They just feel like crappy B covers. I don't think they're worthy of incentives. Like I said, I really want to like the Brian Boland because I love so much of his work, but in this case it falls short for me.
Okay. And you know what? Everybody agrees with you. Like, even in the chat, everybody like Trish, Sticks, Inja, they're all saying the same thing. Like, the Sweeney Boo definitely is the one to get, of the three. And I definitely agree with you guys in the same vein. I like the detail. I also like that cover's telling a story, to Jeff's point.
Yeah,
I think it's fantastic.
I love Sticks trying to put it in my terms. Mike, so that you
It's a
understand.
pack to
It's a-
take.
it's a back to back. There you go. There you
I love
go.
you, Sticks. Thank
Good
you.
point,
Yep.
Sticks. Oh,
And come on, Wong. Seriously, these are great covers. Come on.
The first one.
Yep.
It's
All
definitely a
right.
great
What
cover.
about
I don't
what
know if the
about
next
this
one
one
is.
here?
Yeah.
Batman Superman World's Finest #9. We have a 1 in 25 by Steve Beach and a 1 in 50 by, and please forgive me for getting for this. It's Afua Richardson.
Sounds right to me.
sounds right.
Okay. All right, guys. So, Mike, what are your thoughts? Which one would you choose?
Definitely the Steve Beach. I actually really like that cover. Not even just choosing it over the other, but I actually just plain old like it. I actually don't like the Afua Richardson very much. It feels a little juvenile to me. I'm sorry, I don't know this artist at all. Maybe I'm supposed to, but I don't. It's different. I mean, it's definitely not quite a style that we've seen before, but I think maybe there's a reason why we haven't seen this style before. It's just not my. It just, I don't know. It doesn't feel professional to me. Whereas the Steve Beach is masterful. It's really great. It's a really nice painting. Some really cool shadow work and framing. I don't know if it's really painted or if it's digital. Trish, maybe you can tell us whether you think this is digital or not. But I think it's a fantastic cover. It feels a lot like sort of a cross between Delato and Perillo together. It has sort of the anatomy of a Perillo, but the rendering of a Delato, if that makes any sense, which is one hell of a combo. So I love the colors. I'm a sucker for green. So the whole thing all around, it blows the other one away. No question about it.
Nice. Jeff?
Yeah, I've never heard of Afua or Afua Richardson, but
Ooh, I like that.
I really don't like her art, and I hope it's just going to be this cover that I don't like of hers. It does look very childish, very amateurish. It does look like just one of us drew it that doesn't have art skills.
Perspectives are all off on things like Superman's chest symbol is not. It doesn't have the right like I don't know what you call it, but like perspective, foreshortening, whatever it is.
The
It's
cape is
not the
all
right place.
wrong.
The cape's too short or something.
No, it's weird.
Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. Both capes are kind of weird. to be
It's
honest.
like instead of being straight, it's like this, right?
Yeah, it's almost stylized, but not stylized enough to look
Right.
stylized. It's
Yep.
yeah.
Look at that.
And Batman has a dad bod.
Hey,
So yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not
hey.
saying there's anything wrong with having a dad bod, but Batman cannot have a dad bod.
I had one of my students the other day go, you know what, Mr. Morello, you would look weird if you were skinny. I'm like, you're an asshole.
Damn.
Right? That's what I
Wow.
said. Wow.
No hope for you, sir.
No hope for me.
Okay. Yeah, the beach is the winner here. I have no idea who that character is actually. So I think it's a really cool looking character. Just like Mike said, the rendering looks great. I like the green mist, the rocks, the whole background looks great. And just all the details on the actual character. So I'm really cool with it. It's like very Frazetta light. So yeah, that beach wins for me.
I would agree. Definitely going with to the beach, right? Definitely love that one.
Nice.
All right. What about this one? I know Tula has been trying so hard with these 1 in 25s. Does she do it on this one? Does she do it on this Catwoman number 49? Mike?
Yes, I think she does, actually. I really like it. It's not overly sexy, and we know that she can do, top line sexy. She did a bunch of those nude Faithless covers, so she's clearly capable of doing that. So she clearly reined it in to make sure it wasn't too over the top, but I think it gets just the right amount of sexy. Is obviously the cat pose, cleaning a paw kind of a thing, licking a paw, is kind of a cool touch. I love the neon in the background. It feels like a Lotte with sort of that outside the lines kind of coloring, and It hits for me. It feels like a 1 in 25. I'm glad they didn't make it a bigger ratio than that, so it works for me. And this time around, for the first time in a really long time, this is probably the best of the 3 covers on this book this week. The Souza Maika is not bad, but it's just sort of meh. And I actually don't like the decal for the first time in a long time. So I really do like this Lotte, and if this were a book I were buying, I would want this cover. She doesn't do the vinyl / leather, whatever that's supposed to be, quite like Souza Maika did. Obviously, Souza knew exactly how to do that right. This is close, but it fits into Lotte's style. Lotte's style isn't like Souza Maika's, so the realism isn't going to be there in the final rendering. So this feels simultaneously like leather, but also like Tula Lotte, which is a kind of a nice mixture. I think she does really well on this cover. This is her best one so far.
All right, Jeff, do you agree?
Oh, I don't.
Go ahead, come on. It's okay.
So I like her work too. This is not my favorite Lotte for sure. And I'm being nitpicky here. I'm assuming that either whatever she's on is either spray painted pink, or it's supposed to be a reflection of the neon behind her, right? Because I'm thinking it's supposed to be the neon reflection. It looks too spray painted. It doesn't look like a reflection. And the fact that there is neon behind her, there's no pink reflection on her suit, except for maybe well, there is. Okay, so there is, but there's not enough for me, I think, because that is super bright and how close she is. But that's
true. You're right.
That's just a choice, right? Like that's just I'm really nitpicking here because there's nothing like terribly wrong with the art.
Well, this could be a tale of 2 pieces of art too. She could have drawn this separately without the neon, and then decided, oh, neon, or they are told to do neon in the background or something like that, and then she just
put some pink hues, highlights here and there.
Comped the 2 shots over the top of each other and forgot to fix the pink, but which is not great. But so you're right. Now that you're pointing that out, it's tough to not see that. But yeah.
But I like the way she drew Catwoman. It kind of gives me that Michelle Pfeiffer vibe.
Seems like that's what everybody's getting in the chat.
I can't see the chat because I enlarged my screen, so my whole screen's covered with the art. I can't. But yeah, that's good. I'm glad everyone sees that too.
It surprises me that they let that happen because they told Souza Maika to tone down the Michelle Pfeiffer on her second to last incentive. So it's strange that they let it happen on this one.
But I also think it's because you can see her hair.
That's true.
Whereas eyes, mouth,
All right. And then we also have, look at it. Sarah's just jumped in. So did JD. Look at that. Love it. Love it. Thanks, guys. All right. And then moving on then to our next incentive, we have a 1 in 25 for Nightwing number 98 by Dan Hipp. All right. Wow. Mike, already. Okay,
Nope.
so let me go first then. Let me me just put it out there.
Yep.
I think this cover is adorable. I think it's cute because we're talking about Nightwing. So this is like Batmite, right? For Batman, this is Nightwing.
Nightmite.
Excuse me?
It's Nightmite.
Nightmite, thank you. Nightmite for Nightwing. I think Nightwing looks great. All the drawings on his face, I think it's crazy. You have the little Robin on his chin. You have his pet dog. You have Batman at the very top, and I mean it's great. I think it's very funny. I love how it's kind of almost pixelated, kind of like it's going to be transitioning to maybe some sort of 8-bit universe or something of that sort's going to happen. I think it's a fun cover. I don't know if it's 1 in 25 worthy, but I definitely dig the cover just because it's fun. It's very unique, and I kind of dig it. All right, Mike, Lay it on me. Lay it on me.
Just because the cover depicts a trash idea well doesn't make the cover good. So I think the entire concept is garbage, which makes the cover not good. And it's not the artist's fault. Dan Hipp probably does good work, and he's nailing what he was asked to nail. But at the end of the day, I think the concept is just dumb AF, as the kids put it these days. It's not good. It's just not good. I mean, the art's okay for what it is, but this is like the wrong book for all this. I don't get it. This is a weird grab at something new. Nightwing is supposedly a good storyline. Why are they going to screw it up with this nonsense?
Because it's fun. Come on.
Yeah, there's other things to have fun with. Make what was that? What's that furries book from last week? That should be fun.
Plush?
Yeah, plush. Yeah, that kind of book should be fun, or I Hate Fairyland or something like that, but not fucking Nightwing. Jesus.
Oh, come on.
I don't know. No.
All right, Jeff. What do you got? What do you got for us, Jeff?
Hard pass for me.
Okay.
I kind of lie in between the both of you, actually, which is really sounds bad. I get what Mike is saying in the sense of like no, because it is a Nightwing book, but Nightmite is in the story. He's on the A cover. I guess they're doing this with the last couple of issues before he gets to 100. So I mean that's just the writer's choice, I guess. As far as the art, it's nothing really bad about it. I find the humor good. It's funny. But this just looks like one of those prints that you buy at an artist's table.
Yes,
I can see that.
So that's why it is not a 1 in 25, and it's a pass for me. It's not bad at all. It's just a 1 in 25 for this. Yeah, no, I'm good.
All right. Looks like also too, it's a hard pass for a lot of people in the chat as well. But again, it is a fun cover. I'm just saying, it's a fun cover. All right. Now going for something fun for a little bit more serious here, we have Immortal X-Men, and it is a 1 in 25 variant by Sergio Davila. So soak it in, and Mr. Charlie Brown, or formerly known as Charlie Brown, Mike, come on, what do you think?
It just looks like a splash page to me, and there's no contest against this for the Mark Brooks A cover or B cover is absolutely stunning. It blows this off the freaking planet. So I don't know why you would ever pay a premium for this cover that basically just looks like an interior splash, a good interior splash. It's good art, but not for an incentive cover, not for a 1 in 25. By the Brooks. The Brooks is gorgeous. It's got this cool, like, worn, aged edging to it, and really cool colors, beautiful fabrics, and it's just, it's Brooks. It's unbelievable. So this is a pass just based on the fact that it's an incentive. There's nothing bad about the cover, and it would be fine. It would serve itself fine as an A or B cover, but that's it.
Okay. All right, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm definitely passing. It's not terribly bad art, but I'm actually questioning if the scan of this book was stretched at all, because Mystique looks way off the perspective. So
yeah, her face looks smashed.
Yeah, it doesn't look right. Even the hair with the face, yeah, it doesn't look right necessarily. It does feel like it's like stretched up and down.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a pass for me. I actually don't like the cloud of smoke in the front. It doesn't look realistic.
It's distracting too.
Yeah, it's pretty distracting. It looks like a tongue's coming out of it. So yeah, I pass.
Okay. It looks like the same thing with the chat. Chat's like passing as
it is
well.
way too busy. Yeah,
I know. And Wong's saying, like, are there any good covers this week? And you know what? These are incentives that these publishers are putting out. So I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
Elementary theater postery.
the good thing is at least you want to spend more money this week.
That's right. There you go. All right. How about this Peach Momoko? It's a 1 in 100 for Demon Wars Shield of Justice #1. And I can see already Mr. Murillo over there.
He's trying to
Let's start
hide.
off with Jeff.
He doesn't want to say anything.
And that's okay. I'll go right after you, Jeff. It's
Okay.
all good, man.
Okay, I this has two parts for me. Okay, whatever's in that background and whatever the character is in the forefront. Okay, you take the character in the forefront and give it the black starry background. It'd be a okay Momoko, a normal Momoko.
An okay Momoko. I love it.
That I don't like that spider. That is a Burt Reynolds hairy chest spider. I'm out.
Wow.
And for 1 in 100. Honestly, this is and I love Momoko. This is, and I always stick up for her a lot too. This is not a 1 in 100 at all, or any cover that I would buy of hers.
I totally agree with you, Jeff. If you're going to buy a Momoko this week for this one, buy cover A. That Momoko for this series is the best. This one right here, I totally agree with you. I love the Burt Reynolds analogy. I think it's fantastic. You know, I kind of get.
He's got the rug on the chest.
He does. I mean, I'm kind of getting like 40-year-old virgin vibes, and just get that tape and like just yank it off, right?
It's a Zangief spider.
There you go. And also too, I mean, if you look, like their hands are weird. It's like you see the cape on one side, and then you have this phantom hand right here. I don't get this phantom hand.
No, I get it.
I mean, it's weird.
The cape is covering her arm.
You know, how can the cape be covering her arm? The cape's on this side.
No, there's a cape on the other side too.
Yeah, but how's that?
Oh, that hand.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that does look a little off.
This is it's just weird, right?
I thought it was her left hand.
Then is she like sitting on her hands? Then
A lot of people sit on their hands.
but like jumping them in the air or something.
No, I get it. It looks awkward.
Okay, and then you see Sarah gets it. Kelly Clarkson, right? Oh, look at CRG. No,
I'm not
Momoko.
waxing that chest.
Yes, and JD, you're right. This isn't an A cover. Her A cover for this series is really good. Just get that covered. This is 1 in 100. Oh my goodness. All right, Mr. Murillo. Are you gonna cry? Are you gonna cry?
I'm close. I'm close because
cry?
I really don't want to say bad things about this artist. I've been hammered for saying bad things about this artist so much, but this is an unpurchasable piece of art. No one in their right mind wants to own this. No one. This is not even close to good. It's not at all like ownable. This is bad. It's not like okay or just a bad peach. It's a bad piece of art. It's bad. Like this is embarrassing. This is an embarrassing cover. She should never have allowed this to even be published. This is embarrassing. I don't want to even go any further. The fact that this is going to be a 1 in 100 and sell for any premium, it's such horseshit. It's so demeaning to fans to put this out there and make them pay for this. This is like cruel to do to fans.
This would literally test every completionist's heart and soul.
Here you go, Mike. Mike,
this is her.
Does it come with money inside it?
Yeah, right. Pay me, right? Pay me to take it so I'll just burn it. But like, this is her book. You would think that she would have a little bit more ownership about what goes on the front of it.
Yeah.
And This is disappointing to me. Look, I know, we seem to say this every week. She needs more quality, less quantity, but why do we keep saying that? Like, at this point, the ratio has dipped to where her good covers, there's a lot less of those than there are of her bad ones. I mean, we've tipped the scales. There's many more bad peaches than there are good ones at this point. She's going to start to not be remembered as a talented artist soon.
Yeah,
it's not good. It's really not good. Look, I've never met her. I've never spoken a word to her. I've heard she's the nicest person in the world. She's a hard worker. She puts out a ton of covers. She's doing a lot of work. I get all that, and I applaud her for all of it. This is not a blight on her personally, but this is a joke. This cover's a joke. This is bad. There's nothing good about this. There's nothing redeeming about it at all.
Okay, and then Trish is like, I can't stop looking at the tangent with the spider mandible claw thing, and it's like armpit. Yeah,
it does. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going to be positive for the rest of the night somehow or other because that's enough activity for 1 week.
Yeah, but you know what? Cover A, seriously, take a look. Cover A for this one, it's really good for.
I did. I almost put cover A in my worth a second look section in cover.
Right. I mean, it's a good cover. It's a good cover. So don't buy this one. Buy cover.
I think she did 3 covers for this time, didn't she?
I wouldn't doubt it. It's her book.
Yeah, it's her book.
The B cover might be hers too.
This is like that start of that whole ongoing Demon Wars from now on, right?
So this is like broadening that particular world. So now they're going to be talking about the Avengers, and Shield of Justice, of course, is Captain America. So we get to see a different version of Captain America. So again, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, not this 1 in 100 for sure.
If you like watercolor covers, go for David Mack, guys. Go back to. Oh no, here we go. Thank God.
Oh, really? Thank God. Do you feel better now, Mike? Do you feel better?
Yes. Honestly, that actually relieved me that this popped up just now.
Okay, this is great. So this is for Something is Killing the Children, number 26, the 1 in 50 by Alex Maleev. All right, Mike. You get a reprieve. Here you go.
I absolutely love this cover. I love it for a bunch of reasons. One, it is a color palette that we do not see often on this book, on this title. We're always seeing reds and blacks and like all this blood everywhere and, rage from whichever hunter we've got on the cover. This is a completely different palette, yellows and greens, really nice sort of woodsy scene in the background that's also kind of blends in with the foreground subject matter. It's really impressionistic. Beautiful paint work. Maleev can often feel like there's steps missing from his art. Like he'll release stuff and you're like, did you forget to do the last day's worth of work on it? Whereas this one does not feel that way. This feels like a completely finished piece of art. It's beautiful. That it's painted. It's got great feeling and mood to it. This one, it's really hard to come up with something different for this series. There's been so many covers. And this one actually feels different. And it's really nice. It's really refreshing. And it's really nice to see a really good Maleev. It's been kind of a while since I've seen one I've loved. There's been some that I've liked, but this is the first one in a while from Maleev that I've loved. This is good. I actually hope I can get my hands on a copy of this one. Cool. I like it a lot.
Jeff?
Yeah, I'm digging it. When I first saw it, I was like, oh man, I kind of want to see this if it's like painted in acrylic.
Ooh.
Or painted in like watercolors, because I mean just those two mediums for this painting would look awesome.
I think Maleev is watercolor. If I'm not, this looks like watercolor to me, and
it does kind of it looks like watercolor.
It might be mixed media. It might be mixed media though. That white and the yellow and the hair and some of the facial details look like they might be. But although watercolor, professionals use it out of a tube. And it's thick out of the tube, so it's possible to paint. Sorry, I didn't mean to just bogart your whole thing.
No, you're good.
I'm psyched about the cover, and I think it might be just different use of watercolor, whereas the background stuff's a little bit more wash watercolor, like we're used to, like Peach does or like Mac does, and then the foreground stuff, which is actually really cool because it makes it pop. There's a little bit more depth to the paint, and I have a feeling it could still be watercolor, but if it's tube watercolor, it's probably still it's thickened. He didn't add very much, if any, water to it, which
Okay.
is cool. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, that's why I guess I was getting that acrylic, because you know you could feel the paint on, like that's what it looks like it is.
Mhm.
Yep.
So I mean that's really cool. I like it. There's nothing wrong with this cover. I kind of like that, put like that shadow monster behind her. At least that's what I think it is, right? With the teeth. But yeah, I mean it's a cool cover. I kind of stopped getting into the 1 in 50s for Something's Killing the Children. Just because it gets expensive.
Mhm.
And yeah, so I don't know. I would be interested. It just depends on what the price point is, because it's good art. I love it. Just don't know if I'd be willing to pay like $60-$70 for it though.
I feel you. I feel you. I mean, I think one of our chat members said that. I think it was Sam. Mentioned that love the cover, but chasing after these incentives for Something's Killing the Children is rough. So I have to agree with that. I have to agree with that. But this cover is amazing. It totally is. And Wong, I'm sorry to disappoint you. We will not be ending the show. We are going to still keep trudging forward because there's still more covers. There's still more covers. And we have this one right here. I mean, we have a Jenny Frizen for West of Sundown, number 6, and it's a 1 in 25. Jeff, what are your thoughts on this incentive cover?
No, thank you. Yeah, this is not my favorite Frizen. There's actually, it feels wrong. Like there's certain perspective, like her fingers. Yeah, her arm. I don't know. There's something wrong with this one. I don't like it. Yeah, I would pass for sure. Her face looks a little off too. I don't know if it's the character or she just maybe got a little lazy on the details.
Oh. All right, Jeff, I actually like the face because it's very haunting, and I like how it's crooked because it gives you that kind of like
But
vibe that it's.
that's what I'm trying to like. My question would be: is that the character's trait? Like it's supposed to be like a little deformish in her face? I don't know.
I don't know. I have not read West of Sundown, so I have no clue. I just dig it. I dig the cover. I mean the skull, everything, the fingers, and it even like the face. Again, we've seen a lot of Jenny Frizen when she does the faces and stuff like that. This face is different. It's not the same kind of face that you would see when she's doing Grimm, Wonder Woman, and other female characters. This one is a little different, and I dig it because it's different, And it again, it's very haunting, it's very spooky, eerie. I get that vibe from it, and I dig it. I love it. I mean, I love the detail. I love that the cover's all red. Hopefully it does fit what the book is. If it's a horror book, hopefully it fits it. But yeah, I'm enjoying what she's doing in this book. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, Jeff, I'm with Alonzo on this. I really like how different it is for her. It's refreshing to see a different face from her. Yet she's putting all the pieces that she's really good at in there too. Hands, which she loves to draw. And that skull is amazing, like her skulls usually are. It fits with her style really nicely. I also like the all red thing. Her face is really creepy. There's that stringy hair, kind of like from Ring. Kind of has that feel to it. This cover hits for me. This is one of her better and more original covers in a while. It's not just a pretty looking girl that looks like Jenny Frizen with flowers behind her. And look, those covers are all gorgeous. They are. I mean, every one of those Poison Ivy covers, they're beautiful, but they all kind of look the same. This one does not look the same at all. I think this is really, really good. This is right back up there with some prime Frizen. This is worth the incentive. I don't know if the book is. Do I care about a 1 in 25 incentive for West of Sundown? Probably not. But at the end of the day, if I'm just a Frizen collector, and I can snag a copy of this at roughly ratio or even a little less, then I'm all over it.
Yep. And then L from House of Nerd is also saying that Jeff, this is for you. It is the main character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you guys saying like if that's the character and that's what she's supposed to look like, yeah, okay. I even think the skull looks amateurish for
Oh,
her.
Huh.
That's just my opinion. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but it just maybe it's missing some detail or shadowing, and maybe it's just the color wash that's doing it.
okay.
But it doesn't look like a good skull.
Oh, could it be the cheekbones?
It could be. It
It
could
kind of
be.
looks like I could see that. Okay.
Like a chubby cheeked skull.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
No, it's and then also too. I mean, you have some blood coming from the lips, so I guess like Kokiba had mentioned that it's a vampire.
Okay, that makes sense.
This reminds me of those. Do you guys remember the few the dark Wonder Woman ones? There's a couple of those where she's like witchy looking.
Yes.
Has that feel to it. There's a couple.
Yep.
There's one of them was a Justice League Dark cover, and the other was a Wonder Woman cover. And they're both amazing. It's actually one of the ones I own the original art for, and that's why I loved it so much because it was so different for her, and I love it. It's also one of her favorite, or at least it was then when I talked to her about it. It was one of her favorites at the time. So she likes to revisit this sort of Wicked Witch of the West looking character from time to time. It looks like. But this one doesn't look like the Wonder Woman. That's the other good thing. Like it could have just been a direct copy, and she didn't do that. She did something original. So it's good. I really like it. This will be worth $25 to me all day.
For sure.
It'll be a go. So yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know any shop that orders 25 copies of this.
All right. Here we have the Hidden Empire #1, a 1 in 25 variant or incentive by Arthur Adams. All right, Mike.
At least the head's not floating, so I'll give it that. But that's about it. This is just okay. I don't know if maybe we're misremembering Arthur Adams or what, but I have not been digging these sort of bust up shots from him on all kinds of colors. It's not bad, and maybe it's the colorist I'm having a problem with, not Adams. It just feels a little too like plasticky to me.
Okay.
I want more grit in the coloring on a Star Wars book for Darth Maul. I mean, this is supposed to be like a pretty dark character. This feels a little too pretty to be Darth Maul. I don't know how else to put it, but so the line work is probably great. I would actually really love to see a black and white of this and see what the line work looked like before the colorist got involved. But I'm not a huge fan of the colors, so too bright and cheery for a Darth Maul cover.
All right, Jeff.
Yeah. Okay. So, kind of what Mike was saying. I like this better than his previous ones like this for like Marvel. This is at least a better attempt because at least like you said, it's not a floating head. But I never can't understand how his face is reflective. And it looks like that's what it is, right? Like that's the lighting.
Feel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I can't understand that part. Is he really oily or something? He needs to wash his face or something, man. He can get smackney. No wonder he's mad.
Biore, man. Get rid of those bad points.
Yeah, it's it looks like it belongs on like a toy art.
Yeah, but like a kid line, like the kids line. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Heroes.
I can see this
actually looks a lot like the Galactic Heroes, guys. Go look at the art on the Galactic Heroes package.
Oh my god.
A coloring book, maybe. Yeah, this is not a 1 in 25 for me. I'm sorry. I love Art Adams too. Damn it.
All right. I love Arthur Adams too, so but yeah, this doesn't do it for me. All right. What about this one here? 1 in 25, Murder World Avengers #1 by Ryan Brown. Mike.
No. It's lifeless.
Are you sure?
it's lifeless. I don't know. It's. I like Ryan Brown's work too. I don't particularly like this. I mean, maybe I'm missing something about. It looks like Max Headroom from like the '80s, which maybe is the point. I don't know. It's well done art, I guess, but it just feels lifeless to me.
Well, there's Murder World, sir.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I'm trying to wrestle with the concept and the art, and so maybe it matches just fine. Maybe come back to me. Let me process this one. I had not seen this cover yet, so let me process this one a little bit. It's sort of growing on me as I look at it more. But go,
All right, Jeff.
you go, and then maybe come back to me.
So is this digital or is this painted?
That is a great question. I don't know Ryan Brown as an artist, so I don't know if it is what medium he uses.
Thought he painted, but I could be wrong.
Well, at least his digital art always looks painted, even if it's digital.
Right. So that's a bonus.
Yeah.
I actually I like it, but I don't like it because now I see what Mike is saying. It does feel emotionless. It looks digital. Yeah, I was kind of guessing that, but he does do a good job putting a filter on it or a rendering on it that makes it look like it could possibly be painted. But yeah, I kind of thought like the feel that he was going for was kind of like maybe a more maniacal looking face, because that's what I would think this is kind of like that insane murder world kind of thing going on, but he doesn't go all the way there, so it kind of looks like he looks like a doll, actually.
Yeah,
it's like a doll's face.
I was thinking of, yeah.
Okay, well that makes sense then.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you guys. I think if you're the face just it's not conveying anything. I feel like it's like a commercial almost, and you're trying to get me to buy something. Like, hey, you there, we're coming for you. I want you to join the army or whatever it is. Come on down. It's just it's kind of blah. Like, you know what? It's just there on the stand. I would just gloss it over. Wouldn't even know if this was a 1 in 25. It feels A cover, B cover ish to me. I mean, it's just not. It doesn't do anything. You know what I mean?
To what Trish was saying, yeah, I agree. I think he was going for that creepy vibe, but I think he kind of just missed the mark.
Yeah. All right.
Did Mike go again?
Yeah, don't bother.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm done. All right, what about this one here? Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer, Volume 2, Number 7, a 1 in 15 by Alan Qua. You know, I mean, I'll give Mike and Jeff some time to kind of soak it in. There's a lot of detail in it. Mike, unless you're ready to chow down.
I like it, actually. It's kind of a Renaissance-y kind of a feel to it, which is pretty cool. It's really hard to do a cover for this series when you're always going to be competing against a Frazetta cover, right? I mean, every single time your cover is going to suck compared to the A cover. So that's not really fair to most of these artists. And I think Qua does a pretty good job of coming up with something unique that's still in the Frazetta realm, but yet clearly somebody else's style. And I think that's kind of important here. It just has a really cool, dark Renaissance feel to it. I dig it. And at 1 in 15 for a book that probably will struggle to sell for even $10, this is probably, if you like the art, it's a good buy. I mean, you shouldn't have to pay much more than $10 for this. I think it's pretty damn cool. There's a lot of good horse covers this week. Anyone see the Blade cover?
I haven't.
I have not.
Did I freeze? Oh crap! I froze, didn't I? Yeah. Sorry. But I really dig this. I like that it's unique and it doesn't look like a Frazetta, but it's on a Frazetta book competing against a Frazetta cover. So, bravo, Qua.
All right. Look at that. Kudos from Mr. Charlie Brown.
Molly
Jeff.
has it. Nice sticks. That's a deep cut. I love it.
What? What do you
The
say?
Molly,
The Molly
is,
Hatchet
Molly
covers.
Hatchet.
They use they use the Death Dealer cover.
Wow.
All right, Jeff.
Covers on these albums.
I really agree with Mike on this. That number one, I love Alan Quall's pencil work. His all the lines that he used, like the details in Quall's art is just. I'm always amazed by like how many freaking characters you can get in there, and still have like attention to detail to each one of them.
Yeah.
I also like how he's homaging basically Frazetta's style as well. I really like that. This is actually really cool. I would not say no to this if I saw it available and it was at a decent price. But yeah, because I like Quall's art, and this is definitely like a different genre for him. So like, it works for him. I didn't know that it would, but all the line work, that's awesome. Yeah, it's great.
Cool. All right. And that does it for our incentives for the week.
Before we move on, I have one correction. The Alex Maleev "Something Is Killing the Children" is sadly a 1 in 100, not a 1 in 50.
It is not a 1 in 50?
Correct.
Oh,
I can't even. Nope.
God.
Nope.
No matter how good it is, I don't know.
Yeah.
They may have gone to the well too many times. That's going to be an expensive book.
It's been a while since they made a 1 in 100 too.
Wow. Well, it's a good cover for them to do it, though. I'll be honest.
It is.
But
So
yeah,
sorry
that
to do that to anyone who was on the fence.
prices a lot of your folks out.
Well, I mean, it's the easy choice between the 1 in 100s we showed.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
a
lot
good
better
point.
than Peaches. Yeah.
Yeah, if you have to choose 1 in 100 this week, the Maleev is clearly the one. But
yeah, someone has a gun to your head, you have to buy one.
Oh man. All right. Moving on to the store exclusives. So these are store exclusives from online retailers or brick and mortars that were just announced this week. So we're going to start off with this Venom cover number 14 by John Jang that you can find at Golden Apple, 616, and Frankie's Comics. It's a limited edition set for to 600, and it is going to set you back $55. All right, Mike, what are your thoughts on this one?
I kind of like it. And I'm not really sure why. It almost looks unfinished to me in some way. But at the same time, it also kind of has sort of a little bit of like a Lee Bermejo feel to it. I'm not sure if I can describe what I mean by that, but like the way everything is lit feels Bermejo-ish, but in a more soft way. Of course, this whole Venomized thing has been done to death. So from an originality standpoint, I can't stand it, but I'm really sort of sick of Venom and Venomized everything. But this is a cool piece of art, very intricate. Yeah, I'm not even really sure how to describe why I like it, but it sort of hits for me. Again, 55 is way too high. But I mean, if that's a true LE, if they're gonna literally like rip the rest of them in half, because again, here we go again, right? Unless they're, I mean, even if they're sharing it at 600 a piece, that still doesn't equal 3,000. So I have a big problem with that advertisement. That's really bothering me these days. That's really dirty. But I don't know. I know being a little bit indecisive on some of this stuff tonight, but this one's like I'm on the fence on this one. Certainly not for $55, but I might like the trade dress one for like 15 or 20.
Okay. All right, Jeff.
I'm kind of glad that you're on the fence about a lot of a couple of these covers, because I mean that's just how it's going to be some of the times, right? For us.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it too. I I'm questioning, is it Spider-Man with the suit on and he's being venomized, or did Venom eat up his suit? I don't know. It looks it so that I guess that's kind of cool. The very horror body, just what do they call it? Body disfigurement. Is that what it's called? Or
Or dysmorphia,
the
I
horror, the like that body horror kind of stuff,
think.
Like that's where I'm getting that vibe. It's not a typical Venomized cover either. To me, and I get what you were saying, like that Bermehue, like shading, um, rendering.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, I can see that too. It's as I really do question the LE. I question, like, just like Mike said, just the whole. It's a shady business when people know what Marvel allows people to sign a contract to do these covers, and then they have these LEs of 600 and these advertisements of LE 500, LE 1000.
Which we all know is a lie. We just all know it's a lie. So stop
Right.
lying.
So I mean, if you want to be transparent and tell us what you do with the rest of them, that will work. Because I mean, unless this turns into another Black Flag where they just reuse the covers and do something different to it.
Me too.
But yeah, I'm gonna, on cautiousness alone, I would pass. That's it.
I will pass only because it's $55, but I love the cover. I mean, it's and they like Wong and Sticks have mentioned in the chat. It's like Venom is eating Spider-Man.
Mm.
And you have his fingers like coming out, like trying to claw his way out. And then you have Venom's eyes there, like looking down. I mean, it's great, that little nuance there. I find it very appealing, and John Jang's like art is very. I kind of want to give it like a very frantic kind of style. It's kind of you get that kind of vibe from it. It's like a lot of energy, and I can kind of feel it in this. It's like a snake trying to swallow like its prey.
Mm.
I mean, I get that vibe. I mean, it looks fantastic, and I think the chat had mentioned it as well. I mean, it's kind of like a horror vibe, and I'm getting it from this particular cover. I like it.
It also gives me like I wouldn't be mad if this was on a Masterpiece new card set that was brand new, right?
Yeah. Sticks is all like, yeah, it's at least 600 online, and 2400 goes to whatnot in eBay. Yeah,
which is exactly right. I mean, that's exactly what's happening. We all know that's exactly what's happening. Well, and that's the shit part of it. So
yeah,
trying
I don't like that.
Falsely, underhandedly create some sort of weird interest in a book by lying about the LE when we all know where all these copies are going it's just sad, guys. Just like stop.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. What about this one right
so
here?
Insulting. It's so insulting to fans. Like that's
yes.
I don't know.
We have a new entry. It was just announced today. Dan Quintana has a LE 250 edition for Damn Them All #1. And the set is going to set you back $30 and can be found on Trinity Comics. So again, I don't know anything about this book, Damn Them All, but I love Dan Quintana. I dig the work. I love those demons clutching on the heroine's body. I mean, a lot of detail. Also, to the skull and the skeleton in the back, the figure of the woman. I mean, even down to the jeans. It looks fantastic. I dig it. And for $30 for the set, I'm in. I'm in for this book. I'm in for this set. And with that LE of 250, I've gotta love it. Gotta love it. So Mike, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is how you do it, man. This is exactly how you do it. You do 250, a real 250. You put it at a price that's not astronomical. You give us a good piece of art on a #1 for a book that could be hot, This has all the pieces. I'm into. I'm with you. I love the art. I think it's really good. I might want like a little bit more of a shocked look on her face based on what's happening to her.
Hmm.
That's like my only criticism of the art itself, but the actual like line work and rendering and everything of it is really fantastic. It's really good stuff. And I even like the black and white for once, which I very rarely do. This is a cool set at a good price with a really good LE. And if this book hits, boy, oh boy, this would be the book. This would be the one you'd want. So I like it. This is I'm thinking about maybe buying a set, to be honest. This is pretty cool. I mean, I'm trying to be a little bit better about what I buy from store exclusives. Really be blown away, and I'm not sure I'm blown away by this, but I like that all the pieces sort of
They work, right?
fit this time. Yeah.
What about you, Jeff?
So I like Quintana's artwork. I think he is primarily only does covers for Trinity.
Oh,
At least I think so, because I don't see a lot of his other covers for other stores. Matter of fact, I don't remember seeing one ever.
okay.
So and I could be absolutely wrong, but I know I've seen a lot of his art, his covers on Trinity. This is great. I love it. I've always say I'm a sucker for sketch covers, especially when they're shaded correctly, and it's just I actually really dig it. I actually dig both of them, the color and the sketch, or the black and white or gray, whatever. The details, everything. It's pretty cool. Everything like Mike and you said, the LE250, the price point is wonderful. So I'm actually, is this available? Because I would be surprised if it's available and it didn't sell out.
You know what? It is not coming out. I think it's either going to be available for sale either Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay, yeah, I guarantee it's going to sell out within like less than half an hour for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too.
Okay, just give me 1 minute just to double check when it's going to get released, just so you guys know.
And if you guys are interested in Trinity comic store exclusives, they do a lot of very limited edition, because a lot of them are independent books, and they sell out quick.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Let me see if I can find Trinity.
Alonzo, how would you know? You always get them.
You know what? I pull the trigger pretty quick. There's no, I don't hesitate. It's like, you know what? I want it. I'm just going to dive right in and just grab it.
If it was a limit of 10, Alonzo would have 3 of them.
Oh my gosh, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I can't say no. You know what? I cannot find it. So we'll probably have to
So
look
it's
for
probably
that.
not available yet, right?
Oh no, it is not. It is not at all. Oh, here we go. 1 second. So it is on. It's going to be available on tomorrow. So it's going to be available Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time.
That's 2 p.m. Western.
Yep.
Pacific, sorry.
Yep. So again, if you're into this book or into the art, it will be available on sale at Trinity's website tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right. Moving on to the next one, we have Miles Morales Spider-Man #1 by Ivan Tao, which can be found at 616 Frankie's Comics, Golden Apple, and Unknown Comics. And the set will set you back $30. So I'm kind of liking these price points now for these incentives. You know, we're going from 55 to like something that's a little bit more affordable. So Mike, would you buy this book?
This is cool. This I like. And I actually like it without the trade dress for once. Generally, I'm sick of Virgin stuff, but this one, the actual trade dress, while it's placed well on the one that it's placed on, looks way cooler without it. I love the spray paint street art thing on the back. It's great colors. I love the spray paint street art thing on the back. It's great colors. I love the spray paint street art thing on the back. It's great colors. I love the spray paint street art thing on the back. It's great colors. I love the spray paint street art thing on the back. It's great colors. I love the spray paint street art thing on the back. It's great colors. I love the spray paint street art thing on the back. It's great colors. I love the spray paint street art thing on the back. It's great colors. I love the spray paint street art thing on the back. It's great colors. I love the spray paint street art thing on the back. It's great colors. I love the spray paint street art thing on the back. It's great colors. I love the spray paint street art thing on the back. It's great colors. I love the spray paint street art thing on the back. It's great colors. I love the spray paint street art thing on the back. It's great colors. I love the spray paint street art thing on the back. It's great colors. this is cool, and it's a little different for Tao, which I like too. It's not just like some really deformed person, which is fine. I actually like that. I actually like his style when it comes to that, but I like that he's stretching a little bit on this one. This is cool. While I don't know that this deserves a store exclusive premium price, um, if this were a regular cover, I would buy the shit out of this cover. I think this is really, really cool.
Okay, Jeff.
Yeah, no, I dig it. Very street art, very hip hop-ish, Um I don't know if I like it as much as Mike, but it's cool. For that price though, probably worth it. Because I have a bunch of Ivan's House store exclusives, and so I you can't go wrong with most of, at least in my opinion, a bunch of his store exclusives. So this is cool. I like it. I don't know if I'm gonna spend money though. Christmas is coming up, man.
It is. It is.
And I don't know the LE, but we all know the LE.
Yeah. 3,000, 1,000. All right. Moving on to this one. Star Wars Yoda #1 by Mike McCone. Limited edition of $640 for this cover. You can get it at Mutant Beaver Comics, KRS, East Side Comics, and the Comic Mint. And I'll be perfectly honest, this is a horrible cover. I don't like it at all. It's one of those things where I feel like I could have done better, almost. And I don't even like the background. I mean, what is that? I mean, am I looking at a lava lamp? I mean, is Yoda trapped in a lava lamp?
No, he's trapped in the Fantastic Four universe.
There you
Yep.
go, like the negative zone. I mean, I
The
don't
Kirby
know what
universe.
is going on with this. It's not worth $40. I don't care if the LE is 600
not worth
or if the LE
$4.
is like 1. I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible in my opinion. Jeff, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, so McCone is very hit and miss. There are some Spider-Mans that I like of his, and there's some Spider-Man covers I don't like of his. Like, really don't like. So this just goes to the I don't like section. The concept of the character standing there looks like it's a statue, a really bad statue. You're right, like the background, it looks too 60s psychedelic kind of era. It doesn't fit. Actually, you know what? The only thing I like about this whole damn thing is the fucking trade dress. I'm sorry if I cuss, but that's the only thing I like, honestly. Yoda looks awkward. He looks like he's struggling to hold that pose. I'm good. I pass. And there's
All right.
stars in the rock that he's standing on. I'm out.
Hero picks in front of a lava lamp. There you go.
And maybe he's inside the lava lamp.
That's right. Help me. All right, Mike.
This is just pure trash. This is a terrible cover. This isn't worth $4, let alone $40. Even if the LE 600 were a truth and not a lie, which it isn't. It's a lie. This book is going to be everywhere. There's going to be tons of covers for this. This is probably the worst one. His head's too big. The background is, like Trish said, that whole Kirby thing is overdone. It's a lazy way out. Why are there stars in the rock? Why does it look like a bad hero clicks on in space? Everything's bad about this cover. The price, the LE, which is a lie, the cover, which is bad art. The coloring isn't even good. It's the whole thing is garbage. This is garbage. They're going to be stuck with 3,000 copies of this. They're fucked.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Sam's like, Yoda's face looks like he needs to take a number 2.
Or he is currently taking one.
Or he's currently taking one.
Not a good cover. Not good.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. Yep.
Yikes.
All right. All right. Moving on to the next one. This one right here, Specs #1. And this is again from our friend David Boer, who was on the show last week. By Ingrid Gala. LE of 300 with a price tag of $30 that you can find in Spectral Comics. All right, Mike, what are your thoughts on this one?
It's okay, but it looks too much like the A cover and one of the other exclusives that I've seen. I like the style. I like sort of the slashy sort of paint stroke style to it, which is cool. And I like, again, that there's stuff going on inside the specs, which obviously are part of the storyline. There's nothing bad about the cover. It just it just doesn't do anything new that other covers haven't done. It's a great LE, but a lot of the LEs are low on this one, so this doesn't do anything special in any way, shape, or form. So therefore, it's a pass. If you ended up with this cover, you could be happy with it. There's nothing bad about it, but it's certainly not a $30 go out of your way to buy it cover when you could just get the A cover. And it's also a little late. I mean, this book already came out, didn't it?
It did. It came out last week.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's, on top of that, like people have their copies. This is probably a little late to the party.
Yeah. All right, Jeff.
I like it, but don't like it. I don't like it. It has like I like the. I didn't realize what it was at first because it just kind of all was like a blur to me. But now I can see the details. I can see the skull. I can see the teeth. So I can see all that now. It's okay. It's not bad. But like Mike said, it does. I thought this was the A cover at first, and yeah, it's too close to that.
Yep.
And just like Mike said, this is unless the book gets the buzz, that is super great that you just can't miss. This is actually a miss now because they got it so late.
Yep. And yeah, if it's a virgin, there also was a virgin for the A cover. It was the one per store or the thank you or whatever they're calling that.
Yeah. All right, I won't play the middle ground on this one. I hate this cover. I mean, this cover is terrible. I mean, I feel like I'm Predator, like watching like my prey like go across the screen or something like that. I mean, the skull is there, but where's the rest of it? And you have like green grass or whatever, and you have this weird snail going across.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a snail. Let me take a look.
Oh, you're right. It is.
Is it?
It's a snail.
Are you sure?
It looks like a snail. I mean,
what is it? Jaw. I think that's the jaw.
Yeah, it's the jaw. That's the teeth right there where you are. No, go back down to the bottom right. Those are his teeth. That's the teeth.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought these are the teeth. I don't know. It looks like a snail. This looks horrible. I can't even tell. It looks like a snail. My goodness.
So that's bad, right? If you can't tell what it is, then that's bad.
I get it.
I think it's the jaw. I think it's the part of the jaw that goes up the jawline. But
I think part of his face is broken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's just like they could have done something better with the background, or maybe a little bit more.
Get to the chopper now.
Yes! Predator, right? But it's just, I mean, the background, it's just terrible.
The glasses part is probably, you're right. The only part.
It also looks like two different styles at the same time, which I don't like. I never like that when it looks like two different artists did it. Because the stuff inside the glasses doesn't look as impressionistic as...
It's a snail. It's a snail.
Let's move on. Oh my God. This is a hard pass for all of us. Let's move on.
Yes. All right. Okay. So this one also, it was just announced today. We have Scarlet Witch #1 by Adam Hughes, which is an LE of 500 set for 40. You can find it on Mutant Beaver Comics, KRS, Comic Mint, and East Side Comics. All right. I know we're all fans of Adam Hughes, so I want to get your thoughts on this one. I know, Jeff, you're taking a really good look at it. Mike?
He's got the same thoughts I've got.
Yes. Yes.
Because now here's where you got me, right? Like I do try to be an Adam Hughes completionist when I can be, and like I want. If we're gonna be 100% transparent, if there's Hubies on a cover, I want them, right? But but the whole like thing from Hughes is like a little overdone.
What?
Not everybody reacts to things quite like that, Adam.
You think she's overacting?
A little.
No.
A
No.
little. I'm not sure I like the spatial layout either. She's too over to the left, and I'm not even. I mean, I know what's going on the right, but I'm still not really sure what's going on the right. I know she's supposed to be the villain here, and she's sort of like crushing everybody, and I get the whole thing. But this is not a prime Hughes. This is not one that I feel like I need to chase. Certainly not for the lie of LE 500. Again, even if all 4 shops are getting 500, that still leaves 1,000 copies somewhere along the line. $40. I'm assuming it's just the one cover and not a pair of them. So this is a money grab. It's a lie. It's not a great Hughes. If I got handed one, I'd keep it because it's Hughes. But that's about it.
All right, Jeff.
She's planning on eating them. That's kinda what it looks like.
She's a man eater. Come on.
Oh, so I mean, I understand the concept that he was going for, that he giving her this crazy maniacal look. It's a bit over the top, just a bit.
You think?
And someone mentioned it earlier. Her head is over her cleavage. It does look off, like she's like leaning forward. It looks awkward the way she's standing. I feel like she's about to fall the hell over. She's like doing the Michael Jackson like lean.
Yeah.
Is this a homage to what? Is it supposed to be a Magneto cover or a Sinister cover?
No, this is a Scarlet Witch cover.
No. But it's an homage. I know it's an homage.
A Scarlet Witch cover.
Is it to a Scarlet Witch cover?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It's like a it's a West Coast Avengers cover. I think.
Is it that 65 or 56 or some stuff like that, right?
What?
Is it that cover?
I'm taking a look right now. Hold on. Maybe someone in the chat knows real quick.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, this looks like Lindsay Lohan.
Yep, it's Avengers West Coast.
What number?
It is number 56.
Yeah, I was right.
Let me grab it so you can see the side by side.
Oh my god!
I knew I recognized this. The Dark Scarlet Witch. Yep. Yeah.
I'd rather have the original. And that's not a really good cover either.
No. Yeah. So this is the original.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay.
I would pass. I don't need crazy Lindsay Lohan on my cover.
Oh, nice. I like that.
It's good, cool concept, homaging it, but just I don't. God, it didn't work for Adam Hughes this time, and he draws Scarlet pretty well.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. A couple of amazing ones, right?
Yep.
God, Lotso.
Yep.
I did the original. Is that a John Byrne cover? The original one? Who did that?
You know what? It'd be funny if Adam Hughes did it.
No way.
It almost looks like it is, but it's not him. I don't think.
It would be hilarious if it is. I mean, let's look.
He might have
just starting at that point.
He might have been too young to have done that cover.
Well, he did a Justice League cover or two from that time frame, but he wasn't doing Marvel stuff, I don't think, at the time.
This is like mid 80s, right? Or maybe early mid 80s.
I want to say it might be 90. It might have just moved over into the 90 realm. Somewhere in there. Right. You're right though. It's either really late 80s or early 90.
Either way, it's bad.
Yeah.
let's see who did the cover on this one. I'm checking right now.
I'm only seeing Raws, so I can't tell.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
what I like about it. I like her headdress
It
or
doesn't
whatever
say-
the
you
heck
know
that
what?
is.
It might be John
is-
Byrne.
Yeah, that's what I said originally.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a slab. Yeah, John Byrne. March 90.
Okay, yeah.
So
March of
90s.
90.
Okay.
Right in between where we were talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but still.
All
I mean,
right.
I don't like either one. I don't really like the original or this one, to be honest. So, also, why didn't he go with the blue background and really like complete the homage? If he was going to do it, it would have looked better with the original blue background. But instead of that weird, like, what's that new psychedelic Vampirella book called? With the weird
Mind Warp.
Oh,
Mind
gosh.
Warp. Yeah,
Mind Warp or something like that.
the Mind Warp background. Just go with the blue like the original and be done with it. If you're going to just do it.
That's right. Balls to the wall.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next one. We have a homage, of course. So this is Ninja Funk #1. Again, you can get it at Trinity Comics, LE300, and it's going to set you back $30 by E.M. Geist. Mike.
I expect more from him. I want this to be better. This isn't. I mean, it's a. I mean, you know, we obviously know what it is. This feels a little bit like a rushed cover from him, and I don't really see that very often. I get that maybe he really had to kind of force whatever their character designs were into the homage to make it work right spatially. But as a result, like the things I want to see more of are under detailed, under rendered, and the thing that I don't want to see much of, which is that white character. I assume it's the villain. I don't know. It doesn't really work all that well for me. I'm not a huge fan of it. I expect a lot more from him. His stuff is so deep and detailed, and I'm not really sure what the word is, but this just feels like there's a step or two missing from this one. Like he may have rushed this one a little.
Okay. Jeff?
Yeah, I agree. I wanted to like it just because it's so different from at least the other Ninja Funk covers. But yeah, I would not have known this was EMGS until you put it up here. This wouldn't be the quality I expected from his painting. I feel like he missed out on some details on the smaller characters.
Yeah, that's the thing I have the biggest problem with too.
Yeah, it just it's like you know when you buy an action figure, right? and there's like the 6-inch size, and then there's the 3 3/4 size. Usually that 3 3/4 size loses a lot of details and looks very blah and plain and whatever's. That's what this feels like with those figures, like those two characters.
It feels like those reaction
Yes,
figures.
yes, exactly what I'm talking about. Yes. So yeah, it's missing something from it. I wouldn't have mind if it was better. I wouldn't mind the homage. Because I know the homage has been done to death. So
Sure has, especially lately. Oh yeah.
I'm surprised. Oh wait, there is a Turtles version. Yeah. So
I did dig the Canto or whatever it was that. Did Mello do that one? I don't know who did that one. Whatever. That one.
Yes,
It was a whatnot. Yes. I think it was a whatnot.
It was a whatnot, which I normally
I wanted that one. I couldn't get it.
That's a cool one. That's sort of the right book to do it on because it seems like it shouldn't be the book you would do it on. So it works.
The fantastical, yeah.
Yeah. So that was a cool one, but I could do without it on this book, and I just don't think it went all that well for Gist this time.
Yeah,
I love his cover. I mean, 99% of his covers I would buy almost sight unseen, but this one's not one of them.
Yeah, I would pass.
Not one of them. All right.
But I can see it selling
out on one of. It's possible. We're going to now move on to a favorite artist of Mike's.
Hey,
So
I
this
didn't
is
notice that
again
here.
for Ninja Funk #1
What?
by Selena. Yep, LE $520. You can get an anti-hero gallery and also Frankie's Comics. So $20 for a Selena for Ninja Funk #1. Mike, come on.
I mean, we're going to criticize it for the same reason we always do. Where's the background? But does anyone care? Does anyone care?
I mean, all these pictures she's taking at Sears, man.
Okay.
That's right. Yes.
I'm totally fine with that. This is gorgeous. I mean, she's a master. This is unbelievable work. I mean, every single time, even her bad covers are still freaking unbelievable to me. And again, I know that we don't have a background, and I know that kind of pisses some people off these days with a lot of these new artists that are doing these very cool foreground figures and nothing in the background. But again, do you care? I mean, this is so gorgeous. I don't know why you would care. This would be my choice all day. Nice LE, good price point, beautiful art, a favorite artist of mine specifically, and I'm not even just saying this because of that. This could be anybody. If it looked like this, I would buy it. I mean, this is fantastic stuff. I mean, I think we have maybe another thing going on in the back of our minds, right? We have sadly put some of these artists in our mind as dynamite artists. And so we're thinking, oh, it's just another dynamite cover. But this time it's not. So this time it's on a book that seems to be hot, which is pretty cool. I mean, again, she's obviously going to choose the sexy character of all the characters rather than the villain or the dude or whatever other or the TV head guy or whatever the other characters are for this. She's getting her passport photo. Wow, you have to go where? To Brazil?
Oh. Yep. But by the way, just so you know, Mike, Six is keeping a record of all your check boxes. She's like, okay,
yeah.
he said cleavage, okay.
Cleavage,
wait.
Needs a background.
Look, okay.
Oh,
needs background, okay. And she's
I know.
like, oh, look at that.
Sir, you forgot the T and the A.
I can't help it. Well, but see, there's a lot of those artists I don't like. I mean, so this Selena just feels, and I think she is, like classically trained. I mean, she knows anatomy, she knows figural work. She's incredible with the medium she chooses to use, which I believe is colored pencils and pastels, charcoals, things like that. She's not. The other cool thing is she's not trying to be anybody else, which I love. I mean, her work stands out as hers and no one else's, which I love. This is exquisite stuff. I mean, it's just great art. If I'm going to go back to the reason why I even am on this show in the first place, I'm appreciating really masterful art, and this is there. This is that. I don't really care what book this is on. It's just a beautiful cover.
Okay. Jeff?
I will say I take back what I said about the other cover. This is the most different cover I've ever seen for Ninja Funk. I would not have expected this at all. Wow. Going to what Trish said, I think this is also the second book that is late, except this is even later than the other one. This is 2 weeks late. So this is kind of, I'm really surprised these are getting released so late. This is kind of screws with the stores that made this decision a long time ago to purchase these and put money up front, and and then they don't get their books till 2 weeks after its release. Ouch. The good part about it is it's Selena's artwork. So this is a beautiful piece of art. I love it. There's nothing, I can't say anything bad about it. I like it. I really do. I don't care if it's Ninja Funk or not. It's just great art. Yeah. And for the price, yes. And with the limitation, yes. That's how it should work.
And Sticks and Wookie, just so you know, I have two originals from Selena, and both are nudes. So I don't need any more of that per se. I'm good in my house on my walls. I have prime Selena hanging. So
she
prime
goes
Selena hanging. I like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's one of those artists that goes into like the Carla Cohen, the ones that make the make believe become reality
Yep.
with their art. So
That's
yeah.
well said. That's really well said, Jeff. I love that comment. That's perfect. That's exactly what they do.
Okay.
I love that.
All right, gentlemen. This ends our store exclusive section. Yes.
An hour and a half?
Yes, we did
Are
it.
are we all sick or something today?
All right. So, Mike, where can we find you?
Okay, so Cover Fire this week I thought was going to be a bad week, and it ended up being a really, really packed one. There's some really good covers this week. Cover Fire is my weekly article on non-exclusive, non-incentive covers. And this week is a really good one. So that drops tomorrow morning. And so you can check that out on CBSI, which is comicbookinvest.com. And that's every single Tuesday at like 11 Eastern or whatever your time frame is, along with a bunch of other Wednesday articles that hit CBSI for free. Like the Wednesday one, and which doesn't hit till Wednesday morning usually, and then Chris's new comic book day, and then we sometimes get the indie spotlight as well. So plenty of free content for your Wednesday warrioring, or these days Tuesday warrioring if you're a DC fan. And then Cover Tunes, which has turned into an every other week thing, is hitting this week, and I'm not going to spoil what it is because it's in tandem with another writer's article. So I don't want to spoil his stuff in case he doesn't want me to talk about it. But there will be a Cover Tunes this week, and it will be linked to another article about a similar topic. So looking forward to that. It was nice to work side by side. We are very familial over at CBSI. We like to work with each other when we can. And so this week was really fun to do sort of an in tandem project with somebody else. So you get 2 articles from me this week, and I'm excited about both of them.
Oh, definitely looking forward to it again. I can't say enough about Cover Fire. I love that article. It's great.
Thank you.
So yeah, keep on doing it. And if you guys again in the chat, or if you're listening on Rewind, definitely head over to CBSI. Check out and comment on Mike's article, Cover Fire or Cover Tunes. I mean,
please, I love to chat in the comments. I don't let them. I don't just let them hang there. I almost always respond to everybody, even the bad comments. There's a lot of trolls out there, and I even respond to them. So
I warn you, you will spend money.
That's right. You will, for
yeah,
sure.
but you'll never have to spend more than cover price. That's the great part.
This is
That
very
is true.
true.
All right. And then for our upcoming shows, we have our Mondo Mail Call show, which is going to be on Wednesday this week. So we're not going to have this show anymore on a Thursday. Instead, Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. You get to chat, sit with the guys, hang out with them, see what they got for the week, as well as talk about the Week in Geek. So it should be fun. And again, it's going to be this Wednesday. Again, the show's moving to Wednesday nights, 7 p.m., 10 p.m. Eastern. And Jeff, what do we got going on Saturday?
Well, we've got Saturday morning toy box with West Coast Big Rob. Steve with Hip Hop and Me Comics and Collectibles, and also Charlie at Reboot. What is it? Reboot what? Darn it, I forget his IG, but you'll find it, and we'll also put it in the description. But Saturday morning toy box, we'll talk about all the new toys, all the pre-orders coming up, and it'll be at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And as always, you can save 10% at Bird City Comics using code TNH10. Again, using code TNH10 will save you 10% on any and everything on their site. So definitely give them a look. And again, use that code.
Oh, we didn't have any Bird City this week, huh? Wow.
We didn't. And you know what? I'm getting all the Bird City stuff late.
I didn't get anything from them.
I didn't get anything either.
Texts. I get the texts too, and I don't believe.
I think it's a Radiant Black one. Is the last one?
Oh, Radiant Pink.
Radiant Pink. Thank you.
Huh.
That's what I saw.
Yep. And then also too, don't forget, we also stop by DisplayGeek.com, and you can save 10% on your first purchase using code TeamNerdHerd, and you can get those display cases that Jeff has in his beautiful background right there. Again, on your first purchase, 10% with using Team Nerd Herd. All right, fellas, we made it through the show.
Amazing.
I know, right? I'm like,
I feel like we should talk about nonsense for another half an hour.
oh God, please don't. Don't do it.
I'm just kidding.
No. You're killing me. You're killing me.
No. It'll be nice to actually get some sleep tonight.
Agreed. I need it. I need the rest.
I know. Like, hey, how was Near Mint? Just really quickly, how was Near Mint Sundays?
It was fun. If you like going up and down a flight of stairs and bringing 9 short boxes and a CGC box and all by yourself, no help, and trying to Tetris that into your small SUV. So yeah, it was a very interesting morning, but I got there and it was good to see everybody in the community. There was tons of people, everyone from JD, Badmite, Azors, Comics with Bonix, Swaggle Hoss, John from Bronze and Modern Gods. So yeah, it was cool seeing all the people talking, geeking out, and I actually picked up books this time. This is the first time I actually had time to walk around the place. All 3 times, never had a chance, and I actually have books. And I have to thank a lot of people in the community because most of my books came from trades, and I even got an AOK basically. So
cool,
Very
the old
nice.
school way. I love it.
Yep, sounds like a great time. All right, guys. So with all of that being said, Mr. Morello, can you please take us out?
I would love to. If you want to do it right, buy what you like, cover horse for life.
Yes.
Thank you.